Hello, everyone. I am Val Jean, and this is my world, at least the way I see it. If you are happy with the current administration, please scroll by. This is not the channel for you. If you are not happy and you want to do something about it, come on in, have a seat, get a pencil and a piece of paper because normally we give homework. I don't think we're going to have any homework today, so you got a free weekend. But we got a lot to talk about. Sorry I'm late, fam. Reese was on, and I was trying to see what was going on over there. Pam Bondi is in a Senate hearing, and she's not answering any questions, so here I am. They're trying to get out of her whether or not the FBI got the $50,000 back from Tom Homan that he received in a sting. And if he did not give the $50,000 back, did he claim it on his taxes? And she's doing this in run. She has yet to say yay or nay. They're good. There's my cousin Michelle. Grab your notebook, your pearls, and let's get ready to hear what's happening in the world around us. There's too much happening. Too much. Pinky, how you doing? Good to see you, cuz. There's Roberta, pearls in hand if I wear them. It's good to see you. Clutching your pearls might be dangerous. Well, then don't do it. We cannot have you in any more danger. Pip says crazy. Phone is on fire. If this shutdown lasts any longer, I'll be here all night. Uh, Today is my daughter's last day. They had 7 more days of funding, and she gets to be home with Shorty. Yeah, girl. Yes, yes. So they were trying to get sense out of Pam. She wouldn't give them sense. They were trying to see if maybe Carolyn Levitt uh, had misinterpreted the actual facts, and she said that Carolyn Levitt is the most honest, reputable person she knows. She must not know a lot of people. You ordered Krispy Kreme donuts if they tell you my day is gone. I cannot do Krispy Kremes. I cannot. Offered one, got. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's all good. I need the sugar, and the person who dipped in them has been on a diet. So I guess I'm adding to their waistline. Win for me. That's so bad. That is so bad. The boy is practicing for his IRS career. Ooh, IRS has a new director because their previous director got sent. He's a diplomat somewhere, and her particular branch here has a CEO that's under the director. So they made a job for somebody after they have slashed all the other jobs. Mm-hmm. Dinky Jen, welcome in. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. How are you? Possibly, maybe at. By the by, I put it on my community tab. I can't. Oh, yes, I can. Roberta sent me a wonderful. Why? Because I didn't do that. A wonderful little blurb that I wish we could. Okay, I'm gonna have to talk to him later. People start messaging me when I go live. And then, of course, the trash truck just went by and the mail truck just went by. But, yeah, we've got a lot going on here. Roberta sent me this. Thank you, Roberta. And I really would like to know if and how we could institute this because this would get us out of a whole lot of trouble. I can't make this any bigger. Why? Carter's not going to blow up. Okay, well, we'll just go with what we have. This is from the Tony Michaels podcast. And he says, Article 2, Section 4, if the president is impeached for treason, the vice president and all civil officers shall be removed. And if you click this link, you can get a free pocket constitution if you do not have one. So, what happened to my share screen? Well, that's ugly. Hold on. Okay. My problem has been that if we impeach 47, then we get Shady, and then we get Mike Johnson, and then we have to go through the whole cabinet. But if he gets impeached for treason, we can get rid of all of them. But what do we have to do to get him? Yeah, I know we got to get Congress and the Senate and everybody to agree, which they're not going to. But what would be the grounds for impeachment? Because so far, he's just skating right along like he knows what he's doing. Roberta's reminding everybody of the to all I missed, not trying to ignore. Hug, baby girl. You're just fine. Grab your coffee, gang. We are going to leave all the stress in the chat today, or at least that is the goal. Amen. You're good. You'll catch the replay. Okay. Oh, thank you. Because I was going to ask if we wanted to rate. That's why I started there. If we wanted to rate his live, or if we wanted to just go ahead and do what we do, because he's usually, this is when he does a premiere, which is only 35 minutes, but he's doing a live tonight, and he doesn't have a guest, so he's got about another hour in, if anybody is interested in that. And I was going to, I said from ICE to the Flotilla. Crystal wanted to do the Flotilla, so I'll handle that later. I got a headache researching that. I wanted to show ICE in Chicago, and Michelle, they did take it down. He just said he took it down because of the strike, and he's fighting it, so it is gone now. Timu Ivanka. Yeah, we have time today. Okay. No, we're not. Chris, welcome in. Good to see you, baby. You're gonna clutch your shirt. I'm gonna. Oh my! I was wondering what was going on with Drea. Yeah, she. Today's her last day. They had 7 more days in their budget, and today's the last day. She was hoping they would get to go until the end of the week, and then they would get a whole paycheck when they come back. But this way, they're only going to get 2 days. Sound like somebody bought a job, no job was made. Well, they still, even if he bought the job, they still had to make the job, because there is no CEO in the government. There's, not that I can recall. There's no CEOs. Still feeling not bothered with stuff after vaccine in both arms Saturday. Ooh, child. I hope you got you some you know what I mean, because I still have to take my acetaminophen for mine, because you can see I'm starting to get a little, yeah, and mine's almost 2 weeks old, but we know how I am with viruses. They just hang around forever. On a good note, they pulled me from Latin, probably going back there. Oh, this pulls me from Latin. Yeah, I got to get back into my Spanish. Then they had this thing that you said Latin. For the Super Bowl, they have signed the Puerto Rican singer, and you know I can't keep his name in my head. To do the Super Bowl, and he says he's not. He's you got 4 months to learn Spanish because he's gonna do it in Spanish. And MTG put up a bill that English is the primary language, and anybody who comes in to do anything in America has to do it in English. I'm like, yeah, good luck with that. We need to fight to have election 2026. We need a Democrat Congress. Yeah, we do. And then that's the other thing. They still have not signed, sworn in the new Democrat from Arizona because she will be number 218, and they're going to subpoena for the Epstein files. So Congress is still in recess because Mike Johnson doesn't want to do that. I don't know how long he thinks that he can drag out swearing in this lady. And she's in DC, and they have interviewed her, and she says that currently her district is not being represented because she's not sworn in. Please drop the link to this. Which this? You know, you can't. I'm 10 minutes behind. Which of this am I dropping a link to? Oh, to the to oh to oh, you want the invite, girl? Help me. I can do that. That I know how to do that. You just have to tell me what I'm doing. Okay, and anybody who wants to come up on panel, come on up because I'm out of my element when it comes to politics. But I have a wild hair. Well, we know we can't trust Hakeem. Yeah, Tabitha did a blurb this morning that okay, they already had a blurb where Jasmine Crockett said just about everybody except the white Democrats signed for the Charlie Kirk thing. And Tabitha this morning said that Hakeem Jeffries had signed off on it. So yeah, I'm a little upset with Hakeem. I'm upset with Cory Bush. I mean, no, not Cory Bush. Cory Booker. Cory Bush wants to run for Congress again. That's why her crimes against humanity, political violence, you name it. Oh yeah. Well, we've got political violence because of those ICE raids in Chicago where they detained because they keep saying they weren't arrested. The whole uh, apartment complex. But we had, let me see. I did find this, and I thought this was quite interesting. And because you all know I don't know anything about politics, so when I find something new, it's probably old to everybody else, but it's new to me. They were asking, let me give all my references so I don't get dinged again. CNN News 18 asks, can Trump actually use Insurrection Act as courts block guard deployments in Oregon and Chicago? So the courts are saying you can't do this, and he's saying, well, I'm going to use the Insurrection Act, but that's from 1807. So this is what they said, because I didn't remember having had that in history. And yeah. So they gave specifics.
Power, one rarely used in American history and always controversial. upon request of a state's governor or legislature, if the president deems it necessary to enforce federal law, to suppress insurrection or domestic violence that local authorities cannot control, or when a state resists or obstructs federal action to uphold the law. The Insurrection Act has been called upon nearly 30 times by presidents from Abraham Lincoln to George H.W. Bush. It played a pivotal role in ending the Ku Klux Klan's violent reign after the Civil War and was crucial in enforcing school desegregation during the 1950s and 60s. Most recently, former President George H.W. Bush invoked the act to restore order during the 1992 Los Angeles riots following widespread civil unrest. Today, US President Trump's push to deploy the National Guard to Portland and Chicago has sparked fierce resistance.
This president is
Oh,
dangerous, absolute dangerous, and he is a threat to our democracy and our humanity.
Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker called it an authoritarian march, saying there's no insurrection here.
Plan all along has been to cause chaos, and then they can use that chaos to consolidate Donald Trump's power. They think they can fool us all into thinking that the way to get out of this crisis that they created is to give them free rein. Well, that plan will only work if we let it. The state of Illinois is going to use every lever at our disposal to resist this power grab and get Noam's thugs the hell out of Chicago.
I love Jamie Pritzker. So would that qualify as treason, since that is a political unrest against the state? Where was Pink when she said that? Political violence. Because they entered an apartment building, they detained everyone in the building, citizens, non-citizens, whatever. They zip-tied children together. A lot of the children were naked. They did not let them get dressed. They detained one of the infants. The mother asked if she could put some clothes on her baby. They said no. One of the ladies needed to go to the restroom. They said no. Does that qualify as treason? And I just got a text from Drea. She says they have not been released. They have to keep working, so they're working without pay. But they do get their back pay. That slide explains why they're fighting so hard to avoid impeachment. Just saying. You're probably right, Chris. And that's why they want to use this Insurrection Act, because the courts keep saying they can't do what they're doing, so they figure if they use this act, they can do what they want to do. And in the meantime, while everybody's fighting what they're doing, nobody's thinking about the Epstein files. And a blurb went by, and I lost it before I could catch it, that they want to give Ghislaine Maxwell a pardon. We need to chat here about the mess going on in Chicago and the fact that Missouri voluntarily plans to activate the National Guard. Yeah. I had not heard about Missouri. We don't need the National Guard for what? We're not doing any. First of all, we're not doing anything. Second of all, we're a red state. And our St. Louis mayor's red, isn't she? I have to look. Oh yeah, this is a nightmare. This is such a nightmare. I can only remember it when I'm watching BBC, paracetamol. I don't know why I can't remember that unless I'm watching BBC. Thank you. At least you know what I'm after. They tried to charge Biden for a $2,000 loan to his brother that got paid back, and 47 even isn't even hiding here. Now he's not hiding it. He's and that's part of the problem. He's doing everything out in the open and nobody's doing anything about it. Oh, and Letitia James won her suit. They said there was no grounds. He is going after everybody. Bad Bunny, thank you. Because I would have said Bugs Bunny. That's why I said the Puerto Rican, the Puerto Rican singer, because I knew Bugs Bunny was wrong. I love you all, please. I love you. Roberta, I know they have done a deep dive on all Democratic elected officials. Yeah, and the judge who sided against him in South Carolina and it was overturned. Her house was bombed and it burned to the ground. Yeah, we won. We won't see Congress active before we head into civil war. See, and there's really nothing Hakeem or anybody else can do because he's the leader. That's just wrong. Deneen, hey, welcome in. Good to see you. Thank you so much for coming. Yeah, girl, we're having all kinds of issues. The fake. Did you send it to me? Because Sam sent me. Wait a minute. Roberta won't give up the deck. Okay. Sam says. Okay, that was Senator Adam Schiff. I did not realize that Adam Schiff was going live, and he's doing some good stuff out there. Chris sent about the flotilla, but she's not here yet. Michelle, you didn't send me anything. Hold on. Let me scroll down here. Why? My FB isn't working. Oh, you sent it too. Okay. No, that was Sam. What's wrong with you, Michelle? You won't show up here. I don't have anything from you in Facebook. The last thing I got from you was we were talking about the Chiefs hats. And the September the 26th, you sent me about the tariffs. Did I miss something? Oh, here you go. Hello, Michelle.
Hello.
What did I miss?
As far as the Facebook thing, it was what you showed, not what I sent. And we need to talk about plenary authority. That was
About
what made
who?
me plenary authority. Let me explain.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm keeping my voice low because my child, who should have gone to sleep, never went to sleep. So I don't want to trigger him to think he can get up.
Can you turn your music down half a hair then if you want
Oh,
to talk
I am
softly?
so sorry.
No, that's okay because
Yes.
I can't hear you over the music.
1 second. We could turn that off because he's not going to sleep, so I'm not going to be cooperative. Anyway, um, plenary authority. Let me close out my extra windows.
Oops. Let's see.
I want to read the definition first.
Yeah, you sent that on the phone. I forgot to pull that up. Sorry. Let's see.
Hi, everybody. I'm sorry I was rude and started talking and didn't speak, and I
Okay,
can't see
carry
the
on.
chart.
I'm gonna get to it.
The chat. Why did I say chart? Anyway, so give
Go
me a
ahead, Michelle.
second.
I'm working on it.
I'm pulling up I'm pulling up information.
Oh, you're pulling it
Okay.
up? Okay. You want to share your
Yeah,
screen? I can
I
go
can't
down.
because I'm on my phone and my iPad simultaneously.
Oh,
I will
girl.
read to you what plenary authority's definition is, or I put it in the chat. Now, let me give context to that. Constitutional basis. In the context of the U.S. constitutional law, plenary authority or plenary power is often associated with the following: congressional powers. Congress has plenary power over certain areas, such as interstate commerce and immigration, allowing it to legislate without interference from other bodies. Presidential powers. Now, this is where we have a problem. The president has plenary authority to grant pardons for federal crimes and to enforce immigration policies, which are generally not subject to judicial review. Why does any of this apply to the Chicago situation? Because he's alleging that the people he was looking for were immigrants. Yet the building that was being raided had no immigrants. It was predominantly housing African American citizens born on this soil, of parents who had been born on this soil. I sent to Val information through TikTok about the fact that I can think of his name, Mike, whatever his name,
Uh,
Mike Johnson, on CNN shared that it was plenary authority that he used to explain why he did what he did. It doesn't apply because these are not immigrants that he did this to. So we dig a little bit deeper to learn that the person who owned the apartment building owed money to the government, and it was cheaper to take the property than to worry about trying to get the money back from him. I bring this up to remind people about the year 2008 in the United States, when we were sitting on a housing bubble and the government rescued banks for predatory loans that had been put out, and the banks ended up having to foreclose but couldn't get money from people who had no money. Think about what we're paying around this country for rent. We are upside down economically. We are constantly funneling money into situations that we won't recoup the money from. The other side of the coin is we have a government of figureheads, people who hold positions who don't know how their positions work from the top down. They are doing many illegal steps and they're doing them simultaneously, so you can't watch what's really happening. And the hope is as long as you're confused, they can continue to do what they're doing. I could never tell someone who works for the government that if you're not getting paid, walk out. But this is tantamount to kidnapping. I'm telling you, if you leave, you're in trouble. But if you don't leave, you won't get paid. Is that not kidnapping? I just need somebody else to help me understand what their perspective on all of this is. And I'm trying to hop in the chat. I have an echo. I am sorry. Let me do
I'm
this.
trying to get this from the phone to the computer, and I'm.
See, if I turn
Oh,
that
you know
down, I
what?
can't hear. Um, I can't hear, so I apologize.
Hang on, I got it. I just figured out how to do this.
Okay, did we improve it? No, we didn't. Let me do this. I'm going to switch from my headphones to just directly to the iPad. Give me 1 second. Is that better?
That's okay.
Okay. So the whole reason that I shared all of that at one time is the fact that we need to figure out who within this government we can trust to step up and enact the mutinous activity that needs to happen. Because truth be told, waiting on the Congress to be called back into place won't happen. I don't see it happening, not anytime soon. They're doing everything they can to halt the Democratic people from being able to do their jobs. The Republican people won't do their jobs because they're afraid of pissing off the Cheeto in charge. I know you always laugh at my extra names for that person, but they're not entitled to any real name.
Okay, I got it. Ooh,
Okay.
child. I had to work for this.
It's kidnapping and financial abuse, correct, Penny?
Uh, no, well, kidnapping is a civil rights violation. Unless you
True.
were requesting
But
money,
aren't they civil
it's not
employees?
financial abuse.
But aren't they civil employees?
Hang on, I'm trying to stop. Okay, I got it. Ooh, child. Now.
G.I. Joker, I love it. I love it.
That's that. Okay. Here we go. I missed a step. Okay. This is what Michelle wanted me to show that I forgot she wanted me to show that I couldn't find because it was on my phone. And we all know I can't do anything on my phone, right? We know this.
Absolutely did not have a glitch on live TV. Okay, he had an oh shit moment where he said something that he fucking was not supposed to say. Check this out, and then I will explain after.
You've called the district judge's ruling blocking the deployment of National Guard in Oregon legal insurrection. Does the administration still plan to abide by that ruling?
Well, the administration filed an appeal this morning with the Ninth Circuit. I would note the administration won an identical case in the Ninth Circuit just a few months ago with respect to the federalizing of the California National Guard. Under Title 10 of the U.S. Code, the president has plenary authority.
Stephen? Stephen? Hey, Stephen, can you hear me? It seems, Stephen, I apologize. It seems like we're having a technical issue.
Anyways, yes, so you can see, clearly not a glitch. You can see Stephen Miller's body move, and you can still see him blinking. Let's talk about what he said right before he froze, okay? He said plenary authority. It sounds like he was tripping on his words right before he glitched, but he was not. That's an actual thing, okay? I'm gonna tell you what it means right now. Plenary authority is the full, complete, and absolute power to act on a specific matter without any limitation. With him acknowledging Project 2025 and deploying the National Guard to all these cities, he said the quiet part out loud and then was like, oh shit, I shouldn't have said that. I don't think I was supposed to say that. A lot of you guys don't seem to grasp the reality of the situation. Anyways, that being said, I hope you have a wonderful day and you are all safe and happy.
Thoughts?
Okay. Michelle, are you muted?
I'm not anymore.
Okay.
Okay. This is what I was referencing. I said Mike, but it was actually Stephen Miller who made the statement. But at the end of the day, the facts remain the same. They're not operating this government as the government was constructed. They are acting in a unilateral move. Whatever this darn orange thing in front says, the rest of the ducks just waddle right behind and go along with it. So we need to stop pretending that all of a sudden we're going to have a real government and they're going to follow the laws that are in action because they're not paying attention to the rule book. So why are we waiting on them to suddenly change and behave correctly? They're not going to do that. We just heard, and I don't know if I shared it with you, Val, but we just heard today that they are using AI and certain not publicly known laws to spy on US citizens through their social media, through their videos, and even through their text messages, considering it public information for the safety of the government. The government works for us. So why do they need to spy on us? If you say something that they don't like, they are going to harass you. They are going to stalk you. They are going to deep dive you. We thought maybe using burner phones to send text message information would be beneficial. No, they will be using that to reverse search where you are and harass you.
Oh, and that's what that was about in South Carolina. They wanted to use people's driver's license numbers or the
Hmm.
last four of their social, and the judge said no.
Well, they got another judge to override that. And
Right.
now,
And then
uh,
they bombed her house because she
yes,
sided against Trump.
I was just about to say that. And the husband is still in the hospital. Well, we see that that changed. I'm over trying to get people to do what they're supposed to do, in and out of my
Denise,
house.
the problem in our country is all the money that is given to politicians from Israel. We see more truth here in Canada. Please start watching our CBC News. They have YouTube channel. Oh, thanks, Deneen.
Yes.
Thank you, because that's why I was watching Reese, and I got a handful of people I watch because you can't trust the people on the television anymore because he keeps suing everybody. CBC News in Canada. Thank you, Deneen.
I am grabbing a link for their channel right now, and I will put it in the chat. Give me just a second.
Thank you. Jen says, Chris, COVID and left, flu and right. Only my left arm hurts when I move, and I felt not bothered about stuff since yesterday. I'll perk up eventually, currently knitting to boost me. I had COVID and flu in the left and pneumonia in the right. The United States is a laughing stock around the world. I cried when Kamala lost. I I was so disgusted. I almost didn't go to. I made the mistake of checking in to see how far ahead she was before I went to bed. And when I found out how far he was ahead, I couldn't go to sleep. I was so disgusted. Makes me want to move to Illinois. I know. I know. I'm tempted to move to Paris. But I
Well, you
have to
know,
pack and sell my house and I do watch CBC News. I am so sad and hurt over what the current admin is doing, directed by one with 34 felony convictions. It might be 35 by the time he gets out of here, but it's 34 currently. Oh yes. Oh, I was traumatized. Michelle Roberta is asking if you can take care of that. I'm not sure
I don't know
what
what
you're
I was
taking
taking
care
care of.
of. Roberta, what was she taking care of? Oh, well, let me slide down. You probably answered already. Pinky says they may not get back pay. This administration is attempting to prevent that from happening.
Hmm. I highly recommend people who are furloughed because of this shutdown find alternative employment because they may not have a job to return to. If you think I'm joking, ask the Social Security people who were laid off if they're working.
However,
Common
she works
space.
for the IRS. Somebody's got to do the taxes.
Not necessarily. Remember, MAGA has their own arm of that called Doge. They will bring those people in to raid the coffers and put the money in the 1% accounts.
But they won't have money in the coffers to raid if all of us don't pay the taxes. They have to know who needs to pay the money. And if we don't pay, what are they gonna do?
Did you file taxes last month, last year?
Mm-hmm.
That's who Doge will be looking at to file taxes this year. If you didn't die, they'll expect you to pay.
Well, they got to figure out if I died. Yes,
Hey,
Janine, that is the biggest problem. It really is. You hit that nail on the head.
yep,
They
yep.
are such hypocrites, and they're unashamed about it.
Chris, exactly.
They don't walk away because the way he's got it set up right now, there aren't a whole lot of jobs out here unless you want to do food service. And most people have their budgets and their homes set up with their current pay scale in mind. And no matter where they go, they will have to take a drop in pay. And not a lot of people can afford that at this current time. Especially if you got kids in college, you can't afford to take a drop in pay.
That's true.
And they were hiring people. They were hiring people back because they said they didn't have enough people still working in the government. And my daughter said that the word on the street was they were hiring them back at as new hire. So you weren't being hired back at the rate you were when you left. I am glad to be from Canada. I know you are. Trump has brought our country together more than ever. We still have our radicals, but we are all Canadian, girl. You know, it's a shame. The only thing everybody can agree on is that we don't like 47.
That part.
Our plenary power is a legal term for a complete and absolute power to take action on a particular issue with no limitation. He's taking actions on all of the issues, though.
Exactly. I keep saying he's not a president, he's a monarch and a moron.
Yes, Roberta, we did speak about that earlier, and well, you were here when I just spoke about it again. Oh, it's okay. Susan, welcome in. Good to see you. How you doing, sweetheart? Well, I got you up on panel now. You know you got to call me and tell me that you're in the basement. Pebbles, does she still have an echo, or did you get? Oh, or
I
did
turned
she
my
fix it?
headphones. I turned my headphones off. That should have ended it.
Jen says, "Out comes the pain meds. Hi to everybody coming in." Oh, girl, yes. Chris, if they walk away, there's no job to come back to. It's what they're hoping for. Yeah, yeah. Have you watched? I've had it podcast. I've watched them live, and they're funny, and they really dislike MAGA Mike Johnson, or sometimes she calls him Moses Mike. They're funny. I've had it, and Tabitha Speaks Politics. Christina Talks. Christina's funny.
Mm-hmm.
And then I do Midas Touch sometimes, and Brian, Tyler Cohen, Luke, and Adam. Luke and Adam both turned 23 last week. Their birthday was October the 2nd. They're little boys. They're babies. On the building raid, I saw the one on Colorado was cleared out because the owner wanted to up money and couldn't because they had a lease.
He's a slumlord like the person sitting out on 1600 Pennsylvania.
Are you kidding me? Oh, that's horrible. Oh, they were a hot mess this morning. I haven't seen them this morning. I have to go back and see them. And I like Elizabeth Booker. She did a good one this morning, but I can't put it up here because she cursed everybody out.
Send me the link.
But I like Elizabeth Booker. Your money is going from the poor to the rich. You are losing money that comes from other countries.
Yes.
And they got an increased budget for ICE.
Yeah.
And 47 wants to use U.S. cities as training grounds for the military. And this is not what I pay taxes for. So if you want homework, just start out with I do not pay taxes for, and then just list whatever. Start your next one, list something else. You know you only get one thing per letter, and flood the zone. Pink says it's kidnapping and financial abuse. And then when they had the African leaders here, he signed little treaties with them that they will take our deportees. So they have 5 African countries that are accepting our deportees.
Yes. And 9 times out of 10, where they're going to is not where they're from.
Oh, they're sending Americans over there.
Yeah.
What you said, Michelle, is correct, but we need a nonpartisan FBI to charge them. We need a nonpartisan everybody. We actually need somebody with a backbone is what we need, with a backbone and integrity. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh. Janine says, I am Canadian, and a big part of the problem in the States are lack of education. The States have been taught that the U.S. is the best. Americans think they are the best. Yeah. I agree. And for a while, we were on certain things. Our health care has never been the best. As far as insurance.
True.
And the price of pharmaceuticals. We used to have senior housing up north that would take field trips over to Canada to get their prescriptions filled and come back because it's cheaper than the medications here.
Mm-hmm.
We were taught about the States. We were taught about the world. Where is the States? Never learned anything about Canada or other countries. We learned. That was part of the problem with my geography. We did learn, but we were taught selective things like the kings and queens and the wars, the 100 Years' War and the War of the Roses. We were taught that type of thing. Anything practical that we could use, nah, we didn't learn any of that. Yep, that's part of the problem. Like, I did too. And is America is not ready for a woman. They're just not ready. The there are so many macho men, for lack of a better term. They're not going to vote for a woman. They're not going to vote for a woman of color. And the only two times 47 won was when he was running against a woman.
Yeah.
It's the only two times he's won. They wrote the 2025 wish list. Why are you surprised by what they're doing? Because I was hoping Kamala would get in and I could ignore it. I I really I really did not think that anybody would be. I don't even have a nice word for it. That's stupid as to vote for him again. I really did not think he would win. I thought we had, I knew we had bigots in this country. I did not realize we had so many. And I did not realize that we had so many who would not vote for him and then would not vote for her. They just didn't vote at all. I really thought this country had more integrity about itself, and I was wrong. I admit it, I was wrong. And there's the link. Thank you, Michelle. Roberta says, "Can I have a reputation, a reputable source in the Ukraine? They are moving on Chernobyl again." Oh, Kiev. Really? Oh my God. Oh my gosh. It's gone. There was a quick. Oh, thank you, baby girl. Chris, not surprised. More. The Maine governor, yes, if he cut federal funding, they would stop paying federal taxes. I saw that. I love that lady. I love her. I really do. I would almost move up to Maine, and you all know how I hate the cold. I should be ashamed of myself for calling people's names. Should, but not. I don't blame you. I'm just trying to be not. There you are. Made it finally, exhausted and feeling defeated. A story for another time. I am so sorry. But I held on to the flotilla until you got here. So you got here just in time. Do you want to explain it or you want me to show what I got? It's up to you. And welcome in, Crystal. Denise says, people thought I lived in an igloo in 1994 when I traveled to Las Vegas. We are, we're not taught a lot of things. We really are not. We really are not. And my daughter sits and looks at the little scenes from the Chinese and Japanese schools and how they're so rigid and regimental as preschoolers. And then she looks at where Shorty goes to school and she's like, that's why our kids are so dumb. Roberta says, Deneen, my sister went to see in-laws in Connecticut. We lived in Colorado, and they asked if we had electricity there. She told them, oh, honey, we're still fighting Indians out there. Oh, Roberta, that was so wrong. That was so wrong. I don't think he won, but here we are. Yeah, you all know, I think that the ballots in Pennsylvania were hacked. And I still think they were hacked. I really do.
I take it back to the Al Gore situation with the Chads, the paper
Oh, the
Chads.
hanging chads.
Mm-hmm. I think that was a test pattern to see if you could steal an election, and the answer was yes.
Respects education and educators live there. See, yeah. The flotilla was a humanitarian effort to get food to Gaza, where 45 boats sailed towards Gaza. all packed with food and medical supplies to help those experiencing genocide. And Israel captured the flotilla. And I forgot how many Americans they also captured. Two were released because their senators intervened for them, but there is still one being held there from Illinois, and they're trying to get her senator to intervene for her. Doge boy hacked the system. See, I believe that, Danine. I really do. I believe that. Nope, not one made it. Not one made it. And I had to go back to see what the problem was, so I had to do a deep dive into Hamas and Gaza and Israel, and then it was like, why are you people going through all this? But in the process of doing all of that, 47 thinks he has a. Wait a minute, hold on. Oh, that was up here. "47 thinks he has a ceasefire." And they were asking him about it, and he says, "Scoop, Trump to Netanyahu on Gaza talks. You're always so effing negative." So according to Axios, BB is not one of 47's favorite people currently.
Sorry.
Oh, that was cute.
I'm sorry.
No, I like that actually.
Thank you.
So then, they go through the whole 9 yards and everything, and I'll put this blurb in the description. But BB did not agree with what Trump was saying, and he told Trump this is nothing to celebrate and that it doesn't mean anything. And Trump says, "I don't know why you're always so effing negative. This is a win. Take it." BB was kind of like, "I don't know who you think you're talking to, but Gaza and Israel is a long, winding rabbit hole. It's complicated. It is complicated." And I had to, God forgive me, but I had to go to Mr. Google. And it turns out, surprise, surprise, Israel is in the wrong. And because me, old Catholic girl, I'm thinking Israel's been around forever. They've got to be right. Oh, no, not this time. Israel's wrong. Because there we go. The Gaza Strip, Western Jerusalem, and the West Bank are all part of Palestine. And Israel is up here in the West Bank, and they're not supposed to be there. So the Palestinians want all their land back. And Hamas, in their infinite wisdom, says, we're going to go up there. We're going to take our land back, and we're going to make our own little city. And BB says, no, you're not. And here we are, 2 years later. Yes, Roberta, it is, but Gaza isn't going to be around much longer, or its people, should I say. Yeah, and because, Trump wants that strip of land for the, was it?
Natural resources.
The Trump of the Riviera, is that what he called it? Israel was definitely in the wrong. This is a case of giving an inch and it took a mile. And they want their hostages back. Israel accused of detaining Greta Thunberg in infested cell and making her hold flags. Ooh. Ooh. Where did I have? Is that what her name is? Is that the I had a picture. I lost my picture. Okay. You know I've got 500 tabs open up here, right?
And speaking of
Uh,
open, I'm gonna have to close and step down because I have a job to do. But I'm in the
okay,
chat.
cousin, thank you so much for coming up. I appreciate it.
My pleasure, my pleasure. I'm still in the chat. I just have to step down.
I understand. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I love everybody.
So, because I'm thinking, Israel, Bethlehem, the whole 9 yards has been here forever. But you know me, I don't do politics, so I had to go look. So the current Israel, the state of Israel, was established on the 15th of May, 1948, and admitted to the United Nations. A Palestinian state was not established. The remaining territories of pre-1948 Palestine, the West Bank, including East Jerusalem and Gaza Strip, were administered from 1948 until 1967 by Jordan and Egypt, respectively. Crystal says, "For a resort, my God, if that isn't evil, what is?" Yep, he wants to. The Trump of the Riviera. Greta was a young activist that has openly spoken on global warming. Oh, God love her. Young German teenager fighting for climate change. Okay. But if a T-Rump continues to pee off BB, will he get Gaza? Well, currently, BB doesn't have Gaza. He only has the West Bank. He wants Gaza. Israel was created for the news after the World War as reparations. But they didn't do Palestine. And then why can't... I know men always want what somebody else has, but why can't we stop taking over other people's territory? Why can't we just live and let live? I mean, honestly now, do they have to be that greedy? I mean, just seriously. But then that's me with my rose-colored glasses on. So yeah, none of the supplies got to Gaza. The people are starving, and BB doesn't seem to care. 47 thinks they've got a ceasefire and everything's all good, and BB's like, I'm not celebrating that. Excuse me. So I don't know what they're going to do about it. But then again, because the thing was, 47 kept saying that, excuse me, since they've been at war for 2 years, the Gaza Strip is just all rubble. And he wanted to move those people somewhere else. Excuse me. And then he wanted to build a big resort on the Gaza Strip and bring in his people. He wants to compete with Dubai, is what he wants to do. I have to go, but I am glad to see that there are still some smarter Americans around. God love you, Deneen. Ones that don't vote for... No, we did not vote for this, and we're fighting against it. And thank you so much for being here, Deneen. I greatly appreciate it, because we think the rest of the world is laughing at us, but unless the rest of the world comes in, like you and Dinky, Jen, and Sam, and actually tell us what's happening in the other countries. It's just us assuming that we're laughing stock. So thank you so much for being here. I greatly appreciate it. And we'll be ending soon. I is Ola Joe going live today? I forgot to look. We can do a VJ raid over to Ola Joe, the crocheting sailor. I saw her yesterday and forgot to ask her. Crystal, is there anything else you want to say about the flotilla? Yeah, we got to get that person back. No, she doesn't have one scheduled for today. So you got a break until Sunitha comes on at 6. I think she's coming on at 6 Central. Crystal says Gaza is almost gone. If you can't take heartbreak, don't look up Gaza current state. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. Yeah, it's they've been at war this time for 3 years. I thought was it 3 years? I thought it was 2 years. Anyway, it's way too long. Okay, Hamas attacked in October of 2023. So it's been 2 years. Because Hamas attacked Israel and they want a Palestinian country and they want I forgot which religion they want to rule. You know I would forget something. But Hamas attacked. That's why I had to go into a deep dive, because then I'm like, okay, is Hamas the good guys or the bad guys? Sadly enough, the Middle East has been fighting since before recorded time. There is a deep-seated anger. There is. Take his people and leave our country alone. Ooh, just go. They don't even. It's so sad. And sail away. Okay, thank you. Oh, Sunitha, it's 5. Thank you. I thought it was 6. It's 5 on Tuesdays. I'm glad you were lurking. I didn't mean to give misinformation. Yes, the flotilla has been covered by major news places. If that gives you any idea of how he is affecting media, this makes it clear. It's horrible. It started before Mamas was fighting back. Oh, really? Oh, Hamas was fighting back? Okay. Has not had I can't do anything on the phone, Crystal. That's why I'm laughing. I need a keyboard. I can't do diddly on my phone. Jessica has a yarn sale at 8 p.m. Central tonight. She's got some pretty yarn. She does. They've been fighting over Gaza for a long time. Oh, my. Poor people. Yes, Roberta, my grandmother was teaching me about Palestine and Israel as a kid, and she stood on the side of Palestine. Oh, really? Okay. Hamas is a violent religious group and vicious in many countries. Yeah, they are radicals. It's so sad. It is really so sad. Thanks for bringing that up, Crystal, because that was one of the things I kept skating over because I didn't know anything about it, and so I was like, but then when I started looking at the flotilla, I was like, oh well, yeah, yeah. Israelites population is beginning to protest. Anything else anybody would like to cover before we close this out? The homework is whatever you want to tell them that you do not pay taxes for. I don't pay taxes for ICE, for the militia to be in our countries, in our cities, the military to be in our cities. That's not why I pay taxes. Um, and they not only raided the apartment building, but they were breaking out windows and whatnot. And it was noted that ICE was not going to pay for damages. I will never remember what ICE stands for. Even looked it up. I have ICE next to Mom's phone number in case of emergency. That was funny, Jen. Chris, Jen just did a funny. It's immigration, customs. What's the E for? Okay, Susan says, ICE showed up in my bestie's driveway early on a Sunday morning, targeting a neighbor's house. They stayed for several hours. Oh my goodness! Hours? I don't pay taxes to Proud Boys to run wild and act like cops. I like that one. I like that one. I do enforcement. Thank you. Thank you. You all are the best. You know. You know what I'm trying to get out. It was in the Washington metro area. Oh yeah, they're tearing up DC. They really are. And 47 keeps talking about how safe and quiet the streets are, and people keep telling him they're just staying in the house because they don't want to be detained. It was never that bad, but people are staying at home. I have a happy report. Michael, the librarian, is the new host of Reading Rainbow. Oh, Reading Rainbow is still on? That's awesome. I used to like Reading Rainbow. I liked 321 Contact. And remember, covering them in rainbow glitter isn't exactly illegal as long as it isn't violent. Are you serious? I had to get some rainbow glitter. Oh, but do not hit them with a sub sandwich, because they will chase you down unless you have a bicycle, because they can't catch you on a bicycle. Oh, Roberta has a funny. Okay, it's back and on YouTube. Awesome. Okay, Roberta, hit us. Yeah, you can't hit them. You can't hit them with a sub sandwich unless you're on a bicycle, because they can't catch you. Or a Rand candle is a no also. Oh my goodness, we're so bad. I was wondering if you meant Roman. Okay, here's our funny. They are banning leaf blowers because protesters are blowing the tear gas back at them. I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. Oh my gosh, I love that. I never would have thought of doing that. That is too flippin' funny. I love that. Oh, Roberta, thank you. That is fantastic. Michelle loves it too. Leaf blowers. Oh my gosh. Well, if you can't bring a leaf blower, get you one of those little handheld dust busters. It'd be lighter to carry as well. That is so funny. I love that. Oh my gosh. Thank you everyone for spending this time with me. I greatly appreciate it. Please like, share, and subscribe. Socially distance, because you know the crud is back and we don't have time for that. So if they ban the leaf blower, we have portable fans. We have portable fans. And we have the handheld dust busters. Yes, we do. They do sell electronic hair blowers for personal space. Electronic air blowers. Oh, really? Are they expensive? We might have to take a field trip. Electric or gas powered leaf blowers. Same concept and not illegal. Ooh. I mean, we could also use pressure washers. No, because you can't carry around a garden hose, Crystal. You bought one? Where'd you get it off? Amazon? What did you call it? A electronic air blowers for personal space. Okay. Need a link? You can carry them. Really? Yes. Okay, thank you, cuz. I never heard of one. Roberta, you almost made me spit on my keyboard. They melt if they get wet. That's too funny. Oh my God. But the pressure washers have to be hooked up to a water source unless you want to bring a portable water tanker with you. Roberta, for that side to talk so rough there, sissies. You guys. Have a good one, Susan. Thank you so much for coming by. I love you. Pebble says, okay, ladies, grab your biggest cast iron skillet and teach the political children like mama does. Or do like Medea and you put you some sugar and some grits in a hot pan and you play you some grit ball. They really are, aren't they? They are. They really are. Air Duster Link. Love you, Susan. Thank you. Can I get there from here? No. Yeah. What I want to do. What do I want to? Oh, this is what I want to do. Oh, yeah. Hold up. Wait a minute. I just took the long way around, didn't I? Yes, I did. What happened? What do you mean my storage is almost full? Don't lie to me. Spend all my time cleaning out my channels. Ah, man. Okay, fine. Sorry, everybody. I know I'm taking the long way around, but it just is today. For whatever reason. I'm so sorry. Okay, where's the link? O M to the G. And we'll put this in the description. Well, Michelle put it on the... I'm through talking. I am no longer making any sense. Oops. What just happened here? There we go. So it is air duster, electric air blower. Let me make sure I got it on here because I don't. High power cleaning for computer, PC, 2-gear compressed air. It's on sale for $26.99. It's green, 1.4 pounds. That's not heavy. How big is it? You might have to take a tote bag or a backpack. It's got 2 speeds. It's got a 500-watt power motor that can prepare air at speeds up to 50 ms, 100 miles per hour instantly. Continues delivery. Oh, it's got an extra long cord. Oh, it's not battery operated. Let's see. Extra long cord with an extended 8.2 foot cord and weighing just 1.4 pounds. This electric duster offers convenience without the need for recharging. Okay, well, we'll need a rechargeable one if we're going to carry it with us. But that's a good idea. We got something to look towards. So we want this, but we want it rechargeable. Thanks, Michelle. Grit's not green. Didn't I say grit? Didn't I say grit ball? They won't need anything but the skillet. Oh my gosh. And now I'm thinking tomorrow. And now I'm thinking go tomorrow. There we go. Follow me for more unconventional ways to protect yourself and your home. I mean, oh, Tom and Jerry and the Roadrunner. I know. Keep a slow cooker of grits ready just in case. Images of Home Alone. It said it had a cord on it. It said no need to recharge. Did it lie? Hold on. It says extra long cord with an extended 8.2 foot cord and weighing just 1.4 pounds. Offers convenience without the need for recharging. Operates directly from the main power. Our air blower is rechargeable and reusable. So, Lord help. Okay. So you can use it plugged in so you don't have to recharge it, or you can recharge it and reuse it if you want. So they say. Okay. I wonder what they would charge us for assault with air. Ah, one of the easiest home defense items is a large lamp kept next door. I have an old 1979's ceramic lamp next to mine. Oh, a baseball bat. Mm-hmm. Roberta probably scared you would cause an air embolism. Oh, no, no, no. You have hooks. Oh my gracious. I grabbed the wrong link. 1 second. It did say that afterwards. I don't know. We got an idea what to look for. I was confused. Spray bottle of oil to spray on the front area. Oh, I like that. Oh. Compressed air duster, cordless air blower, electric air duster for cleaning keyboards, PC air cleaning kit, 3 speed with LED light, no canned air dusters, car dusters. Car charger, adapter, computer charging, power bank with an LED light. Oh. 100 centimeters by 160 centimeters by 65 millimeters. I mean millimeters. I said centimeters. It's millimeters. Duster cleaner USB charging. Okay. How much does it weigh? You know I start at the bottom and work my way up. 3 speeds. Long press switch for 3 seconds. Short press switch can switch to 3 wind speeds. Oh, it gives you a list of everything you can clean. Lightweight and small size design and comfortable to hold and space saving. Convenient to carry around. You can put it in your room or inside the car without taking up space. Okay. Thanks, Michelle. We got plan B. We got plan A, B, and C. Roberta says we could grab Trump and ask him to talk, point him at the ICE agents. He's full of hot air and endless. Ah! Pebbles, you and I see things differently. Or draw a rainbow. They seem to be afraid of those. There is that. There is that. Oh, wheelchair. Yeah, he. Oh, you'd be one of the first ones to go because they're afraid of them. Yeah, one, two. Okay, now that I've entered the ridiculous, I'm going to nap for a while. I made it almost an hour and a half, and it's time to go back down. Keep a box of shelf-stable milk on your person to neutralize any pepper spray. Ooh, girl. Yes, rest well, Roberta. Thank you so much. Ooh, Lord, now you got us carrying milk and air compressors and everybody, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for the great ideas. Yeah, we may have to start making a go bag. What do they call it? A bug out bag. Bye, everybody. Stay safe. Thank you all so very, very much. Love you all. Bye-bye.